Jeramey is speaking out, and with each statement he gives, it just confirms to me that he is guilty as charged. Because the way that he is scrambling to defend himself, he's not even waiting till the next episode. He's not even waiting to the reunion to give his side of the story. He just wants to come out and defend himself. And this to me is the actions of a liar caught out, and feels like they're forced to defend themselves as quickly as possible to limit the damage. So obviously in this week's set of episodes, he was cheeky and he tried to get away with playing in Laura's face, and he tried to get away with respectfully cheating. Like, he was like, I'm not going to creep on the low. I'm going to creep in plain sight and give Laura updates and try and remix it and try and make it look and try as hard as possible to make it look like I'm not cheating when I'm clearly doing shady cheating behavior. Like, the fact that he thought he could get away with, first of all, hearting Sarah Ann's message on Instagram, and his defense was, oh, well, I didn't reply to it. You can unsend messages on Instagram. I bet you he probably sent a message to Sarah Ann saying, okay, we're going to meet up at this location, but don't say anything. I'm going to unsend this message. Here are the details. Because what do you mean now, coincidentally, a couple days after she DMs you, she's miraculously at this bar that you and your friends are going to, and the bar closes at 2 a.m. and 2 a.m. you're still with her, 3 a.m. you're still with her, 4 a.m. you're still with her, 5 a.m. you're still with her, and then you try to give a fake location, a parking lot, which really does not sound good either as a fake location. But it turns out he was basically at Sarah Ann's house or in her neighborhood, maybe a parking lot near Sarah Ann's house, doing, apparently getting closure. I struggled to believe that this closure was just conversation, honey. He thought he could get away with that. And when Laura was like, actually, I was tracking you and I know exactly where you were, he had nothing to say. He said, oh, he doesn't want to talk about it right now because he doesn't want to be seen as a liar on camera. So he wanted to wait till the cameras went away so he could start spinning his lies, because he's like, I'm being recorded right now. I don't need my lies being recorded on camera. So then after all of this, it now comes out that he had a fiance before he came on the show. Now, where it gets a bit shady is that it's very unclear about when he broke up with this fiance, because the fiance's mom has come out because she is pissed, and she's basically saying, well, they were still together when he was applying for the show, but he's saying that they weren't. He's come out on his Instagram and basically made this video trying to clear up the whole timeline and insist that they were broken up when he applied for the show. Honestly, the video that he made to clear things up didn't really do him any favors, because he's talking about like they had been broken up for weeks before he had gone on the show. Even if that is true, let's say we believe that he broke up with his fiance before applying to the show. What do you mean you had broken up weeks before with somebody who you wanted to marry, somebody who you bought a house with, somebody who you were living with? Just like that, a couple weeks later, you're now applying to a show to marry someone else. That does not sound any better, honey. That does not sound any better. So yeah, the PR, where is the PR team? The PR team needs to be hired, Jeramey. You're not smart enough to do the PR yourself, because you're doing a horrible job. He also basically put out this statement basically saying, stop camping in his comments, stop sending him hate, blah, blah, blah. And you know what? I'm not going to lie. This statement is kind of tea, because he basically said, like, if the show was boring, you guys would be complaining. But now that there's drama, you guys are here for the drama, but you're mad at me for providing it. That's some tea there, because I'm not going to lie, camping out in these people's comments, it's a bit much. It's a bit much, Horn. It's not that deep to be going into this guy's DMs and telling him he's a horrible person. Like, at the end of the day, it's a reality TV show. But yeah, in my opinion, Jeramey is definitely giving a serial cheater, and he definitely thought he could be slick. He definitely thought he could gaslight Laura, and she caught him out. It's giving he loves to get engaged. And honestly, the way that he's releasing these videos, releasing these statements, I suspect that he probably didn't get married to Laura, because the need for him to release these statements and like no mention of Laura, just himself defending himself, is giving they didn't get married. But yeah, let me know what you think. Do you think that what Jeramey is saying is making sense? Or do you just feel like he's a serial liar, serial cheater? Let me know what you guys think.